And joining me now in the studio, Seth Galia of the Federation of Small Businesses. Thanks very much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
I mean, first off, the inescapable business of Brexit. I'd like to hear from you, your thoughts on the views of the cross-frontier group, of which the GFSB is a member. So do you feel the same way? Disastrous consequences in the no deal?
You know, I think a lot of time has happened since the framework agreement was entered into in 2020. And of course, we've had, COVID pandemic, we've had local elections come in. But the fear is, the longer this goes on for, the greater uncertainty there will be. And, that will affect our local members, it will affect local businesses in Gibraltar in terms of their planning for the future. So the GFSB is hopeful that we will achieve a business-friendly Brexit that will benefit both our members and, of course, the wider region.
And making my way through your newsletter, you refer to the pressing issues flagged regarding the Fair Trade Act almost a year after it came into effect. One of the major concerns being what you call unfair competition and from unlicensed cross-frontier traders. How big of an issue is this?
Yes, well, I mean, the Fair Trading Act commenced nearly a year ago now, on the 1st of October 2023, and at the time the GFSB praised the government for their significant consultation with us, and the GFSB presented various representations, some which were brought on and others which were not. And as the GFSB, we decided that it would be best to hold off on any representations until we saw what the Act would be like in practice. It's now, like I alluded to earlier, been nearly a year since the Act commenced, and we feel that now is a good time for us to engage with our members, find out how this Act is affecting their businesses in practice, and make our representations to the government.
Okay, and on to some good news. I think good news for all. The GFSB welcomes the decision by the Office of Fair Trading to waive business licence fees for entrepreneurs up to the age of 21. How important is a move like this in encouraging very young people to turn their business ideas into reality?
I think it's fantastic, and we really welcome the decision from the OFT to do so. It aligns with our youth membership scheme, which we introduced in May, whereby we would be offering any entrepreneurs under the age of 21 the opportunity to benefit from the GFSB's membership for, any networking events which we may have or training days, to allow for young individuals looking to go into business and perhaps exploring alternative routes that may be outside of the traditional further education, and provide them with the opportunities. I think this decision by the OFT prevents or maybe reduces any sort of fears that any individual may have in terms of costing for registering your business.
You don't want that to be a barrier to entry to someone who has a great business idea.
Absolutely. I think licence fees and registrations are two issues which any young individuals coming into and starting their businesses would perhaps not be too certain about. So I think this is a massive benefit for any young individuals. And from our part, we've engaged with Young Enterprise, which we're extremely happy about, and we hope we can hopefully assist any young businesses with our mentorship program, and this decision obviously helps it, so it's a very welcome one.
And, well, perhaps a measure taken with one eye on a no-deal scenario, have the kids fill up all the gaps in the market. Seth Galia, thanks very much for joining us.
Thank you very much for having me.